Energy costs are rising and nobody knows what's next. Every war, sanction or broken supply chain drives up global energy prices, and millions of people are paying for a crisis they didn't create. But one small community in Athens has found a way out of that dependency by taking control of its own energy supply.
Energy communities can play a very big role in the energy transition in Europe.
Being a member of the energy community means that you actively contribute to the energy transition and are not just an observer.
Across the EU, nearly 10% of people cannot keep their home adequately warm. That's the official figure. But behind that average, the gaps are striking. In Greece, it's 19%. Here, around 70% of homes were built between 1950 and 1980, before modern insulation standards existed. Renovation sounds like the obvious answer, but for most residents, it's simply out of reach.
The renovation cost is quite high for the households living in these buildings, while at the same time, living inside these buildings, they can't afford to either cool it in the summer or heat it in the winter. This is a situation that is even more difficult for households that are either in energy poverty or are financially vulnerable.
Maria Margosi is one of many, but she found a different way. She is a member of Collective Energy, a non-profit energy community organization known as COEN. Together with 50 other members, she invested in a 100-kilowatt solar park and a shared lithium-ion battery. The community model runs on something called virtual net metering, and it is simpler than it sounds. The solar energy feeds into the national grid. In return, all 51 members receive credits to reduce their costs on energy. It also reduces their dependence on the conventional energy market and cuts their bills every month. But building a solar park is only the first step. The harder question is, how do you make sure it actually works for everyone? That's what the European research project RESCHOOL is trying to answer. Working with communities in Athens, Amsterdam, Stockholm and Girona, RESCHOOL is exploring what motivates people to change their energy behavior through workshops, digital simulations and real data. One practical result is an app designed to connect members to their solar park in real time. When production peaks, members get a notification, the ideal moment to run the washing machine, cool the flat or charge their devices.
Monitoring my energy consumption and production in real time has changed my overall attitude toward energy. My behavior may change, and I may see greater financial benefits through improved energy efficiency.
In the end, it gives people a sense of control over their energy, not just consuming, but choosing when, how, and at what cost.
If models like ours succeed, I think it can show a great paradigm and a great success story for other citizens to personally invest their money, their time and their effort into owning and managing their own energy assets.
What COEN and RESCHOOL have built in Athens may appear modest at first glance, but the thinking behind it is not. Communities that take control of their own energy supply are less exposed to the shocks of wars, sanctions, or broken supply chains. Athens has shown that this model can work. The question now is how many others will follow.